I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like a, hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there.
Scandal serves as a stark reminder of how quickly personal dramas can engulf professional worlds, especially when celebrity influence and social media amplify every whisper. Wrexham, once a symbol of community pride and Hollywood's unexpected charm, now finds itself navigating the fallout of a very modern kind of controversy. The club, thanks to Ryan and Rob, had gained global fans, but now faces the challenge of maintaining that momentum with one half of the duo gone in disgrace. Can Rob rally the community? Can Wrexham move past this heartbreak? As for Ryan and Blake, all eyes are on their next moves. Will they offer genuine apologies or attempt to spin the narrative once more? Their every action will be scrutinized, viewed through the lens of a scandal that no one, least of all Wrexham fans, ever saw coming. The final whistle on this Hollywood meets football fairy tale has blown, and the scoreline is far from what anyone expected.
Well, that is also accurate and weirdly high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that my kids can watch, but also as a parent, too, you want the parents need to get punched right in the heart as well.
Journalists scrambled for Justin Baldoni's perspective, the man at the center of this storm. Baldoni, however, remained notably neutral. He emphasized maintaining respect on set and expressed regret that the negativity had impacted Wrexham. But crucially, he avoided directly commenting on Ryan's alleged role. His silence was interpreted in many ways: prudence, continued fact-gathering, or perhaps just relief that the spotlight had shifted. But even as the immediate shock subsided, new angles emerged. A producer from It Ends With Us privately revealed alleged attempts, purportedly orchestrated by Blake, to smear potential dissenters within the production, using social media to paint them as biased or incompetent. While Ryan wasn't directly linked to these smear tactics, some communications hinted at him encouraging diversionary tactics, interpreted by observers as a strategy to bury negative stories under a wave of positive Wrexham buzz. If that was the plan, it spectacularly backfired. Then came the game changer: text logs. Circulating among industry insiders, these messages allegedly revealed a behind-the-scenes maneuvering that was far from flattering. In these texts, Blake purportedly hinted at leveraging Ryan's considerable fame and influence to manipulate public perception. The suggestion was that she believed Ryan's star power could be used to pressure media outlets, to generate sympathy for her amidst the on-set drama, and to cast others, possibly Justin Baldoni, in a negative light. It was a calculated play, seemingly designed to control the narrative and emerge unscathed, regardless of the real story.
And I'm really excited. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I want to. Really, I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long. But I really want to work with people that are either immensely talented or people that I love and that I'm genuinely best friends with. And unfortunately, Hugh does not qualify as either of those. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So. And then, that covers Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life, I feel.
Ryan Reynolds fired. It sounds like a headline ripped from a tabloid fever dream, but for fans of Wrexham Football Club and Hollywood watchers alike, this became a shocking reality. The beloved actor, once celebrated as a savior of the underdog Welsh team, was abruptly ousted from his co-ownership. The reason? A tangled web of alleged falsehoods stemming from none other than his wife, Blake Lively. How did a feel-good story of celebrity charm and soccer dreams devolve into such a dramatic and very public fallout? The answers are as unexpected as the scandal itself. But behind the dazzling smiles and witty online banter, a different kind of drama was brewing, one that would soon eclipse the on-field action. The catalyst? Blake Lively's involvement in It Ends With Us, a highly anticipated film adaptation where she starred and took on significant creative input. Initially, it seemed like another win for the power couple. Blake, stepping into a juicy role, working with the respected director Justin Baldoni, what could go wrong? Whispers started, though, hinting at friction on set, murmurs of creative clashes, and a tension that was anything but Hollywood harmonious.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic and I was just jamming These Dreams by heart. Oh. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
In the aftermath, the silence spoke volumes. Rob McElhenney's usually vibrant social media went dark. Fans who had embraced the Reynolds-McElhenney duo as saviors felt a sting of betrayal. Meanwhile, in Hollywood, gossip about Blake's role in the fiasco reached fever pitch. Adding fuel to the fire, reports emerged that Blake's attorney had withdrawn support during her earlier disputes with Justin Baldoni, suggesting deeper, concealed issues. The question on everyone's lips: how much did Ryan know? Was he a willing participant in these alleged schemes, or simply caught in a web of his wife's making? For Wrexham fans, the dream had soured, leaving a bitter taste of manipulation and broken trust. Even if further details absolved Ryan of deliberate wrongdoing, the damage was done. The Hollywood fairy tale had morphed into a cautionary tale.
Yeah. My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
For a glorious moment, it felt like a script straight out of Hollywood. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, two comedic masterminds, swept in to rescue Wrexham, a historic football club languishing in the lower leagues. Fans were ecstatic. Here were owners who weren't distant billionaires, but charismatic stars who seemed genuinely invested. Ryan, in particular, became a fixture attending games, connecting with locals, and showering the team with social media love. It was a refreshing change, injecting hope and resources into a club desperate for a comeback. And the world was charmed by this unlikely pairing of Tinseltown and a small Welsh town. These unsettling revelations didn't stay confined to Hollywood backlots. They reached Rob McElhenney, Ryan's partner in Wrexham. Rob, caught in the middle, heard conflicting accounts, stories of Justin Baldoni feeling unfairly targeted versus Blake's claims of simply standing her ground. But more crucially, the information landed in front of the Wrexham board. The suggestion that Ryan might be entangled in using his club ownership to navigate his wife's personal PR battles raised serious alarm bells. For a club built on community trust and genuine passion, any whiff of manipulation was a red flag. The board had a duty to protect Wrexham's integrity, and suddenly, Ryan's position was in jeopardy.
I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
I mean, look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you out bad.
The initial buzz of Blake's new project soon morphed into something far less flattering. Rumors intensified, painting a picture of on-set conflict. At first, whispers pointed towards Justin Baldoni, suggesting he was being overly controlling, perhaps sidelining Blake's vision. Some even jumped to defend Blake, citing familiar Hollywood power dynamics where female leads can be undermined. However, the narrative took a sharp turn when contradictory information began to surface. Leaked details hinted at a different story, one where Blake wasn't just a victim, but actively shaping a very specific and potentially self-serving. The hammer dropped with brutal swiftness. A formal announcement declared Ryan Reynolds removed from his co-owner position. The club's statement was carefully worded, citing breaches of trust and misinformation that endangered Wrexham's hard-earned reputation. No names were explicitly mentioned, but industry insiders and eagle-eyed fans connected the dots instantly. The controversies surrounding Blake's film project had undeniably bled into Ryan's decisions at Wrexham. Whispers turned into shouts as more details leaked, confirming allegations that Blake had urged Ryan to use his influence within the club to curry favor with journalists and bury negative press about her movie troubles. The fairy tale was over, replaced by a stark reality of Hollywood drama crashing into the world of sports.